Hi everyone, this is Hayden with Project 5, and my project's focus is working areas for social boundaries and disabilities. So I've collected a little bit of research and put together a little structure to show how I would show these spaces. So what does this mean? So my space will be focusing on a building that allows for research to happen while the core roots of the spaces will represent personal anthropometrics, ADA and accessibility, and ergonomics. So this will allow people with physical disabilities and social issues to do research together and feel comfortable and safe in their environment without feeling pressured to go out of their way or their social boundaries. So why is ADA accessibility important in a research facility? So take Stephen Hawkins for example. Stephen Hawkins used to be able to use his body just like the rest of us every day. He used to be able to open doors by himself, feed himself, and walk by himself. But in 1963, Stephen Hawkins was diagnosed with an early onset, slow progressing form of motor neuron disease. So this basically left him impaired and unable to use his body except for speech. So having the research facility ADA accessible to people that are in wheelchairs or have other physical barriers that they have to overcome can help achieve great things and lead to great scientists such as Stephen Hawkins. So to accommodate for this, ramps and other tools to allow those with physical disabilities to get around the office space from storage areas back to office spaces and how the human body would feel in these spaces to feel comfort. So for example, I added a ramp in that has a 4.8-degree angle, which is ADA mandated, and a door span that has to fit wheelchairs, which is 32 inches. Elements that will be utilized in creating these spaces would have to be personal spaces and group spaces that are appropriate and compatible for those who have these socializing and distancing issues. Another great example of this would be Albert Einstein, who often preferred to work alone rather than in large groups and in small spaces. He is to have said that the monotony of the solitude of a quiet life stimulates the creative mind. This matters because many people hold back because of social barriers, and this goes the same for physical ones, as it could be seen as embarrassing for them. So allowing people to be 6 feet apart or more than 6 feet apart is a very crucial part in this research facility to allow people to work effectively. So to overcome these social and distance barriers, I just came up with a simple design that shows 4 office spaces, 2 which are small in their space and 2 which are slightly bigger, to allow those who prefer a larger and or smaller space to work comfortably and freely while being able to access each other easily. The narrow hallways are ADA compatible, spanning at 4 feet in width. The circulation of the building is designed so people can get around much more easily to where they need to go and see people if they want, if they're ever feeling too confined to their office spaces, while allowing them to get a view with nature. A large workspace is open for those who feel more comfortable working in larger groups or need more space to work in. It is compatible with a large open window that allows sunlight to hit the eastward side, allowing for a more calm and natural feeling. To get a better understanding on how I would have to come up with ideas for a more comfortable setting, I went around my house, and one place that I often found that I could escape the realities of doing too much work or feeling secluded in a small area was the balcony on top of my house. So simply adding a balcony where people can escape large spaces or closed spaces would be beneficial to people that have these issues and allow them to have more comfortable interactions with people outside in a more calm environment that's not built around the structure of a building but more natural in a nature sense where you can get that fresh air and that fresh sunlight. So that's really just my idea on how to allow people with certain issues, whether it be physical, mental, social, any sort of issue that they might have, to overcome that and allow them to do research in a facility where they could produce the greater good for humanity and not have any barriers hold them back and allow them to function in full effort. Because since I believe that we could have another Stephen Hawkins or Albert Einstein, we might not know, but they might be held back because of these physical barriers and any other issues that may trouble them. Yeah, this is my project 5, just a little simple design space for those types of people and any other types of people.